You may not realize it, but every minute of every day, you're enjoying your First Amendment freedoms. You can wear what you want, give out your opinion for free, even if it's unpopular. Listen to your playlist. You can put a sign out on your front lawn that says, "Vote for Bigfoot, someone you can believe in." Pray to the God of your choice, or don't. You have the right to hang with a posse that thinks like you do. Tell the government what you think about its policies. They're the freedoms that let you be you, and they're all brought to you by the First Amendment. Learn more at freedomforum.org.
Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben, your go-to podcast for all things green and growing. I'm Ben, your allotment guide, and here to help you cultivate your garden and your passion for plants. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, this podcast is for you. Each episode will dig into tips, tricks and techniques to make your garden and allotment thrive. From planting, sowing and growing, we will share all the tips and advice. We will also have regular episodes talking about what we have been up to on the allotment. So sit back, grab a brew and enjoy today's episode. Hey everyone and welcome back to Gardening with Ben for a brand new episode today. Wow, the temperature has heated up here in Sheffield, Yorkshire. Wow, today has been an absolutely boiling day. And it's been summer. Summer has been here for a single day. And that's all we'll be getting it for because I've checked the weather forecast and we're going to have a stormy night. And it's meant to rain all the way through to tomorrow. So hopefully it'll stop by the time I go to the allotment tomorrow, as I've got lots to get on with while I'm off work. And it's been an extremely busy day today down at the plot. I've done absolutely loads, and today has been a day of sowing all my July seeds. Now, I'm going to talk about this in another podcast, all the seeds that I've sown. But if you want to watch, you can check out my YouTube video that I've just posted today of all the seeds that I have sown, and I've sown a lot today. I've still got to go back for some more compost and sow some more tomorrow. That's why I don't want it to rain tomorrow, so that I can get down to the plot.
You may not realize it, but every minute of every day, you're enjoying your First Amendment freedoms. You can wear what you want, give out your opinion for free, even if it's unpopular. Listen to your playlist. You can put a sign out on your front lawn that says, "Vote for Bigfoot, someone you can believe in." Pray to the God of your choice, or don't. You have the right to hang with a posse that thinks like you do. Tell the government what you think about its policies. They're the freedoms that let you be you, and they're all brought to you by the First Amendment. Learn more at freedomforum.org.
I don't want it to be too muddy while I'm down there, but hopefully we'll get a lot of seeds sown. And because the weather is warmer, they will hopefully germinate a lot faster than they would in the springtime. And we've planted so many more peas, absolutely loads. So fingers crossed we can get some more peas growing on my allotment, ready for later on in the year. And I planted loads more runner beans as well. I know I said I weren't going to talk about it and tell you what I've been planting, but I wanted to tell you, and I've planted loads more runner beans. So hopefully we'll get a load more produce growing later on. I need to get some potatoes as well, as I do need to start off my Christmas potatoes. That is one plan that we do need to do. So we might call and get some potatoes to start for Christmas today. So make sure you stay tuned for that video as well, because I'll be sharing that once we've done it. As I do like sharing all these little videos of what we've been getting up to, and not making big long videos nowadays. I'm just making nice short videos for you to watch on YouTube as and when you can get a chance, as when I post them on Facebook and stuff like that, they get lost within all the newsfeed, whereas if they're on YouTube, you can just watch them when you feel like it. And if you're not following my YouTube channel, do give it a follow. It's called Gardening with Ben, and you can click the bell icon as well, and it'll notify you when I post new YouTube videos. So I hope you're all enjoying them little updates that we're doing. So yeah, apart from doing all the seeds, we didn't have to water outside, as it rained last night, so it absolutely chucked it down. And when I got to the allotment this morning, it was absolutely soaking. You know, when you're walking past stuff and it's just like dripping on you and you're like, oh no. But that is the joy of the rain last night, that I didn't have to water today. So that saved me half an hour in its time. But I did water inside my polytunnel, where my cucumbers are growing, where my peppers are growing, where I've got all my cuttings, what I've taken from my lavender and from my salvia, what I took yesterday. They're still alive at the moment, so fingers crossed we do get some roots on them. Obviously, I'm trying some in soil in the polytunnel, but then at home I've got some growing in little shot glasses, and they're still alive at the moment. I've got some fuchsias, I've got some lavender growing at home, so hopefully we'll see which ones do best. I'm guessing the ones in water will do better than the ones in soil, but that's just my little thinking of which ones will do better. Hopefully they all take root, and then we'll have absolutely loads of fuchsias and absolutely loads of lavender next year. But we'll see how we get on. It's all worth a try, and like I keep saying, you've nothing to lose from it, as the free cuttings, really. You're just snipping them back, tidying them up, taking the cuttings off and sticking them in some water and see if they take root. So yeah, we've watered inside there today, and we've continued as well tidying up my tomato plants, as I've got so many tomato plants growing. I didn't realise how many I've planted. Now these tomato plants are what I've started from seed from the supermarket. I went out and bought a punnet of tomatoes, mixed tomatoes from Tesco, took all the seeds out, scooped them out, didn't dry them out, just planted them straight in soil. You don't need to dry the seeds out, you can just plant them straight in soil and they will grow, and they are growing pretty well. So I'm looking forward to a mixed variety of tomatoes which I've grown outside. They're orange, yellow and red ones, so hopefully we'll get some good produce from them. Obviously they won't grow until a bit later on in the season, like my dad's tomatoes in his greenhouse are going red at the moment. They're doing absolutely fantastic, but I'm not expecting tomatoes on my plants for probably about a month or two. They've just started growing little tomatoes on them at the moment, and they're coming on nicely. So hopefully this rain and the sunshine will help bring them on and get them growing faster. But they've got loads of flowers on, absolutely loads of flowers on. So hopefully the bees will do their work and pollinate them all, and we'll get some great tomatoes growing on them. So we've done that. We've also harvested some more potatoes, some nice new potatoes from out of one of my big containers what I'd grown them in. I didn't grow them in the ground this year, I grew them all in tubs, and I planted about 4 or 5 in each one. And yeah, I'm happy with the amount that I've got in. I've not got loads of potatoes. I should have probably kept them watered more than I actually did, but we've not got loads. But we've got a decent variety and decent cropping. Just for me, I live on my own, so I'm happy with how many we've got. So I've found out a quick way to wash potatoes as well once you've dug them up, and this is a brilliant idea. Now I've got one of these plastic crates what you get from the garden centres. They're like blue with holes in the bottom, so I got them all in there, and I'd got the hose pipe on at the time because I was filling my watering butts up, as obviously I need all the water for all my new seeds. And I thought, rather than washing them under the tap or scrubbing them clean, I'll use the hose pipe. And it got a nozzle on the end, what makes it more finer and more powerful. And I just sprayed them all in this crate. I didn't have to move them around or anything. And it brought them up looking absolutely spotless. It was the fastest way I've ever cleaned potatoes in my life. So if you hate washing them in a bucket or scrubbing them clean and stuff like that, don't do it. Get one of these plastic crates. You can often get them free at garden centres. And put your potatoes in there and just use the hose pipe and spray them clean, and they'll come up absolutely beautiful. They look white and so tasty. I want to eat them now. I'm just looking at them while I'm recording this. But if you've not seen the photo of it, go and check them out on Instagram of my potatoes, what I've harvested today. They look absolutely pristine. Now I'm going to do these in the air fryer. I think I'm going to make some chips out of them and see how they get on, as I don't have any hobs at the home. at home, so I can't really boil stuff. It's like a portable one, but it's rubbish. So we're going to air fry them and chip them, and probably put a few spices over them and see what they taste like and how they turn out. So I'm quite looking forward to how well these come out. It'll be the first time that I've ever done chips in the air fryer as well. I've never done chips before, so I don't know how long I need to leave them in for. I'm guessing you put them on air fry rather than on roast, because I don't like roast potatoes. So I'm guessing you put them on air fry, but we'll give them a try. It's worth a learning curve. I'm always up for learning something new. So yeah, I'm going to be having chippies tomorrow night, and we'll see how they get on. Obviously, we'll post a photo of what they look like once we've trimmed them all and eaten them. Well, before I eat them, I'll post what they look like and how they come out of the air fryer. If you've made chips in the air fryer before, let me know. Feel free to drop me a message on Instagram. I'm always wanting to learn new stuff, and I love it how people keep messaging me, telling me stuff and sharing tips with me. So thank you for everybody that does get in touch. And I hope that you're enjoying all these podcasts. Like I say, they are coming later in the afternoon while I'm off work, because I like to talk about what I've got up to the allotment. When I'm working, I usually pre-record them, and I'll pre-record different topics and talk about other stuff rather than my allotment. So hopefully, fingers crossed, like I say, we're going to be back down at the allotment tomorrow. If it is absolutely chucking it down, the plan is to start tidying my shed up before winter, as usually that is a winter job. I won't tidy my shed up until the winter time. But obviously we've started a load of the seeds off now for July, so we won't be planting more seeds much later. But I want to get my shed ready, because if we're going to be starting all these cuttings off, like my fuchsias, my lavender, my salvia, my rose cuttings, we're going to be potting them up and keeping them in the greenhouse over winter. So I need it to be all nice and tidy and pristine for them growing in there. Whether it'll be warm enough in there, I don't know. It's not got a heater inside, so we've not got no heat to keep them warm. But we might have to build something like some bubble wrap over it or some sort of invention. I'm no good at building, as you all know. Usually my shed falls down, a shelf falls down in my shed, or I end up losing a fence, my fence blows down. I'm the worst DIY person in the world. I will never give any tips out on building, that is for sure. Don't expect to see a Building with Ben podcast coming soon, that is for sure. But yeah, hopefully we're going to have a great day tomorrow down at the allotment. But obviously I'll keep you all updated with how well we're getting on. Like I say, if you don't follow my socials, please do follow my Instagram and my YouTube channel called Gardening with Ben. Feel free to drop me a message on my Instagram. I'm always chatting to people and keeping up to date with everyone. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben, everyone.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Gardening with Ben. I hope you have found some useful tips and inspiration for your own gardening and allotment journey. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new episode. And if you have a moment, I'd love for you to leave a review and share the podcast with fellow gardening enthusiasts. Your support helps us grow this community and continue bringing you great content. You can also follow us on social media on every platform called Gardening with Ben for daily gardening tips and updates. Happy gardening, and until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben.